Today I am going to discuss the rest of the part of your exercise from chapter 4, force and friction. Okay, so let's see the first question. Answer the so up to D all question answer already I discussed, and also I give it to you. So today I will start from E. So answer the following in short. The first question is define force. Write its SI unit. So what is force? So force is as a push or pull acting upon an object as a result of an interaction. And as I told you as before, when you write down any definition, if it is not mentioned in your question, give an example. So that's also you have to write example, and if it's mentioned then also you have to write. But if it's not mentioned in your question, but still you have to write the one of the example, because without example definition doesn't mean anything. So force as a push or pull acting upon an object as a result of an interaction. So for example, a door has to be pushed to open it, and a box has to be pulled to lift it up. Okay, so the SI unit of force is Newton, or you can write down this is, you write the Newton like this way because it's a person name. So so in your physical quantities and measurement chapters you know that how to write the unit. So here we cannot write down this person name. That's also you cannot write that, you cannot start it capital N. Always you write down small n, starts from small n, and if you write in short form, that time you only write down capital N. Okay, so that way you have to write the answer. So next question is our, why does a charged balloon stick to a wall? So when a charged balloon are brought near the uncharged wall, so that in your question is mentioned that the charged balloon, but the wall is a charged or uncharged, that things is not mentioned, but that's why we take the wall is a uncharged. So when a charged balloon are brought near the uncharged wall, it attracted by the opposite charges on the wall, and the balloon stick to a wall. A charged balloon stick to a wall due to that electrostatic force. So that is a non-contact force. The name of the non-contact force is electrostatic force between the charged balloon and the wall. Okay, so question number 3, why a magnetic force considered as an action at a distance force? So magnetic force is one kind of a non-contact force, and magnetic force is considered as an action at a distance force because magnet attract other metals such as iron, nickel, cobalt from a distance without in direct contact with each other. So without any physical contact, the magnet can attract the other metals such as iron, nickel, cobalt. That's why we consider magnetic force as a action at a distance force. Question number 4, define rolling friction and give an example where rolling friction comes into play. So rolling friction, see here, rolling friction. So if heavy objects are made to roll over a surface to move from one place to the another place, rolling friction comes into play. For example, when a ball or a tire or a wheel rolls on a surface, rolling friction is the resistive force that slows down the motion of a rolling ball or wheel. It is not easy to slide a suitcase on the floor, but if the suitcase has wheels, it is very much easier to move from one place to another place. Okay, so next is that question number 5, how can sliding friction be changed into rolling friction easily? So sliding friction can be changed into rolling friction easily by providing wheels or ball bearings. Question number 6, what is the basic principle for increasing friction? So how can you what is the basic principle to increase friction? The basic principle for increasing friction is by increasing the roughness of the surface in contact. Okay, so question number 7, why do wrestlers rub a special substance on their hands before getting into the ring. So wrestlers rub a special substance on their hands before a wrestling session in order to prevent their hands from slipping over their opponent's body, so they do not get slipped. That's why they use a special substance in their hands before a wrestling session in order to prevent their hands from slipping over their opponent's body, so that will actually help to grip it. So without slipping they can catch their opponent's body. Question number 8. What is streamlining? So streamlining means giving a special shape to object so that they may experience minimum drag while traveling through air or water. A streamlined body has a rounded front and goes narrower along its length. Fish and birds have naturally streamlined bodies. In the same way, the bodies of aeroplane, cars, boats, ships are also streamlined to minimize drag. So streamline is that one of the special shape we can use to a object to reduce that fluid friction, to reduce the fluid friction. So next question number okay, that was the last one. What is streamlining? Now question number F. Answer the following in detail. Describe any three effects of force. State one example of each. So we know many effects of force, but you have to write the three effects of force here. So here I have written force can move an object at rest. For example, a football starts moving when it is kicked. And next effect is force can stop a moving object if it is applied in the direction opposite to the motion. So if we applied which direction the moving object is in motion, if we applied force the opposite direction, that force can stop a moving object. For example, a football being stopped by a goalkeeper. And C is force can change the direction of motion of an object. For example, in the game of cricket, the direction of a moving ball can be changed by applying force on it through a bat. Next question is our differentiate between contact and non-contact forces. Support your answer with suitable examples. Okay. So see here. So what is contact force? So at first you write down in contact force the forces that act on bodies only when they are in contact with the body are called contact forces, and non-contact forces, the forces that act on bodies even when they are not in contact with the body, are called non-contact forces. For example of contact forces are muscular force, frictional force, and examples of non-contact forces are gravitational force, magnetic force, and electrostatic force. For example, a person lifting a suitcase, so force is applied by the muscles of hand. So it is directly contact with the physical contact. So that's why it is a contact force. And here the iron pins attracted in the presence of a magnet, bar magnet, without any physical contact. So that's why it is a non-contact force. Why do all objects have a tendency to fall towards the earth when thrown up? So the gravitational force exerted by the earth is very strong. So this force attracts all objects on the earth towards its center even when it is not in contact with the ground. That is why when all objects are thrown up, it always has a tendency to fall towards the earth. Next, question number 4. Differentiate between mass and weight of an object. So what is mass? Mass is that amount of matter present in an object is called its mass, and weight is the force that caused by gravity. And mass is of an object is always remains the same, but weight of an object varies when it is subjected to different gravitational forces. Now question number 5, how does friction depend upon the nature of the surfaces is contact? Friction depends upon the nature of the surfaces. The force of friction is very large when both the surfaces is in contact are rough. Force is less when one surface is smooth and the other is rough, and it is least when both the surfaces are smooth. Next, question number 6. What are the disadvantages of friction? Explain with examples. So, here I have written 3 disadvantages. So, friction produces heat which damages the moving parts of a machine. B. Friction produces wear and tear on the conducting surfaces. This reduces the life of a machine parts, tires and shoe soles. A lot of energy is wasted due to friction to overcome it before moving. So I am written here 3 disadvantages, but not it is mentioned here only 3. So if you know the more than 3, you can write down. And also here one thing I missed here, that example. So you please do it because I want you can write down yourself that one. So explain with examples. So give the example and explain it. These disadvantages of friction you can do yourself. Okay. Next, question number 7. Describe 2 ways by which friction can be reduced. So friction reduced by 2 ways. I am written here 2 ways. Rough surfaces offer a greater degree of friction compared to smooth surfaces. The roughness of a surface can also be reduced by polishing it for reducing the friction. And then B, the use of machine oils or lubricants such as graphite or grease between the moving parts of machines reduces friction. And now question number G, identify the agent exerting the force and the object on which the force is applied and the effect of the force in the following situation. So one is squeezing out the juice from an orange, a goalkeeper catches a football, a child jumping to a height, a batsman playing a pull shot. So here I am written all the situation here. You see here all situation I am written here. Then I am next column is agent exerting the force, and third column is on which the force is applied, and then write down the effect of the force. So squeezing out the juice from an orange, so we are applying a force by using our hand. So you write down hand here, on which the force is applied, on which means where we can apply the force, so on orange. And effect of force is the force can change the shape of an object. So when we squeezing out, the change of the orange shape is changed by applying a force. Next situation is a goalkeeper catches a football. So a goalkeeper hands exerting the force, and that football where we applied the force, and force can stop a moving object. So this is our effect of force. Question number situation number 3, a child jumping to a height. So there we are child applying a force on their feet, and we, also that force is applied on their feet, and force can move a body at rest. So number 4, a batsman playing a pull shot. So batsman bat applying a force, and on ball he is applying, and force can change the direction of the motion of an object. So these are the effect of force on which the force is applied, and identify the agent exerting the force. So like this way you make a table and do like this way. Okay, so hope you can understand. So in this exercise all question answer all I have discussed now. So you please read properly and do in your classwork copy, and next day I will take a short test on this topic, force and friction. So all of you please be prepared for the test. So I will give provided you one question paper, and I will tell you that how much time I will give you, and you please follow that instruction and do it. So next day I will take a one test, revision test on this chapter, force and friction. Thank you students, hope you can understand. Bye, take care.